Free to Play realizes that a significant truth of applied functional science is the understanding of positions. The position that the body is relative to when we begin our movement, when we begin our exercise, when we begin our activity. For example, in Free to Play, we concentrate on experiencing all the positions the body is able to get into and the body is able to move from. However, again, it gets back to an understanding of the truth to say, well, how often should we be in those positions based on what do you ultimately want to be able to do? So, for example, when I stand, I'm in a certain position. Gravity, when I allow it to, gravity pushes my body down, and interestingly enough, gravity bends my knees. A lot of textbooks on human movement will say that the hamstrings flex the knee or bend the knee. But all of a sudden, applied functional science says, no, that's not true. In a standing position, that which we do a lot of our functional activities from, the hamstring does not flex the knees. So we can't make that traditional assumption. So if you take a look at me from the side, and all of a sudden I let gravity flex me, we see that my knees are bending. Interestingly enough, if this muscle here develops this tension, this loading before explode, and it loads and then it explodes. When it explodes, in essence, the hamstrings from this position extend the knee, just the opposite of what a lot of us were taught. So again, it emphasizes the fact that we need to clear the slate, clear the table, start with a thought process that says, let's start with gaining wisdom by not assuming anything that we knew before was correct. And let's start with the truth. But the truth would then say, but if you reposition yourself, if you now lay on your stomach, and now imagine me being on my stomach and now contracting this muscle, yes, in fact, that will bend the knee. The hamstring in that case will create knee flexion. So a lot of what happens relative to applied functional science and the reaction of joints and the reaction of nerves and certainly how our muscles function is position dependent. Again, the question that needs to be asked is, so what do you need to do? What do you want to do? What do you enjoy doing? And tell me those positions that you're in most of the time, and our training will come from those positions in order to make sure that we create the proper reaction based on the position, not only for the hamstring, but we'll realize that every muscle in the body says, I function different here in an upright posture than I do when I'm laying down. Our body would simply say, please understand and respect the positions.